Summer Steelhead Boss. We're going to do the black claret and the black purple because these are great color combinations. Now keep in mind, we're going to go 5 millimeters here on the tail. It is not authorized to deviate from any of the approved color combinations that we're showing here. There are color combination police that will track you down if you don't use the right colors. And besides, it wouldn't do you any good because using non-approved colors wouldn't work anyway. Understand that?
Absolutely.
Here we go. So we got our bucktail, we have our crystal flash, and Chris and I are just wailing through these to help put you out of your viewing misery a little bit more easily. Ah! This is the real thing, folks. The real deal, where you break thread and you drop scissors and you stab yourself. And if I managed to, I could super glue my fingers to my forehead too.
That under wrap, Jay, that keeps the tail from fouling. Is that the idea or not? You just like the look?
It's a little of both. In theory, it keeps the tail from fouling, but to really do that, you have to cock the tail way up, which I just don't care for. So I just like the look a little bit better. And if I'm just going fishing, I don't worry about doing the under wrap. And I'm just going to throw a few turns of chenille on here. And so I said we do the claret first. And oh, so where do I get my hackles? What we're looking for here is moderate length hackles with some web. A lot of web is great. No web isn't so cool. How can you get these? You can get these from the base of capes. You can get them as strung schlappen, strung saddle hackles, dyed grizzly variant schlappen or dyed grizzly variant saddle hackles. All are feathers you can pick through. Met soft hackle packets. So that there, the key thing is the color and having some web and having them not be too tiny and not be too big. So there we go with the black and claret. A lot of different. Oh, so here's. Are there some hooks you shouldn't use on these? Absolutely. These are wet steelhead flies. They're not weighted. They're not. If you sink them, you're going to sink them with your tip on your Skagit line or your sink tip line. But you don't want a light wire hook. Say like a 79-89 would not be a good hook choice. Almost forgot to put in my crystal flash. You get talking and that's what happens. If you use a 79-89, you have too much material and the hook might well not track true in the water. So you want what I'd call at least a standard and maybe what you might call a heavy wire hook to help the fly swim right, swim straight. Down eye hook, great. Up eye hook, great. A lot of hooks out there work very well, but the key thing is they can't be too wide.
What about up eye and down eye, Jay? You have a personal preference here. That's the down eye. You're mentioning other hooks, but what advantage does that down eye do for you?
By the way, this is I almost forgot the black chenille. So what the down eye does is it takes me back to my roots. The up eye hook I find more attractive If I'm tying display flies, or if, heaven forbid, I were ever to do custom orders again, I might very well use an up-eye hook. By the way, I'm tying this hackle in by the tip. This is a purple. I have read about the hooking capabilities of up-eye versus down-eye hooks. In theory, we should all be using turtle knots, whether an up-eye or a down-eye. I usually don't. I'll use a unique loop knot. Sometimes I'll even just use a plain old clinch knot or an improved clinch. I know this isn't the acceptable practice, but I do it. I read at one point that a down-eye hook provides better leverage for hooking. I have no idea. My personal experience is that you either hook them or you don't, and you go in streaks, whether you're using up-eye or down-eye. But I like these TMC 700s. They're functional, they're a little bit less expensive, they track true. There you go, black and purple.